So it's been a while since I posted, and recently I went to the Carolina Aquarium Workshop where I met Diana Walstad. Yes, guys, the Walstad method lady. And I'm feeling super inspired to make a low-tech tank. But guess who has never made a Walstad method tank? Yeah, this guy. I'm more of a CO2 and aquasil type of guy. But anyways, guys, first of all, we got to get the materials, and I want to go to Home Depot, get some pool filter sand, get some dirt, and then we'll come back and get started. So why don't we all hop in the car together, and I'll take you guys along on this trip. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan. Welcome back to Avatar Aquatics. Let's get started and dive right into it. Ooh, got my head on that one. All right, so we are at the garden store, and there's two things that I need to get. Let me just check both ways before crossing the road. But I need to get pool filter sand, and I also need to get some potting soil. I see some potting soil over here, but I think maybe we also need a cart. So garden soil or potting mix. Oh, someone already dug a little hole in here. I mean, it just looks like it's just a bunch of wood chips, which I have that at home already. And there's potting soil. All right, you know what? We'll look around in just a second. Let me go inside and see what else they have. Also, the sky looks like absolutely mad over there. The sky's mad, and it's probably gonna rain soon, so we kind of need to hurry this up, and I can't be just like walking around doing nothing. Okay, there it is. This is the Quikrete pool filter sand, 20 bucks. I mean, it does just looks like sand to me. Man, this thing is 50 pounds. It's heavy, man. Oh, lift with your legs. Man, that thing was really heavy, but thankfully it worked out in the end. I don't know what I would have done if I just wasn't able to even put that in the cart. So let's take a look at it. Quikrete pool filter sand for use in swimming pools, filtration systems, and aquarium. Net weight, 50 bucks. No, that's 50 pounds. I can't read. And then 20 bucks. All right, let's go find the soil. Let's take a moment and like appreciate the lighting here. It's so nice. And also, like, I was walking in the dark alleys of the back of the Home Depot and trying to find the pool filter sand. So coming out here, like, definitely breath of fresh air style. And hopefully it doesn't rain while I'm still here. Hydrangeas, I think. Look at these. All right, so one thing about me, guys, is that I can't keep succulents alive for my life. Like, these are one of those things that you just neglect, they all say, and then it'll get much better and they'll thrive and everything. But when I try to neglect my succulents, they just die. If you guys have any more succulent tips, please let me know, because I'm having a lot of trouble growing succulents. I neglect them, you know, I water very infrequently, and then they just die on me. One thing that I really want to do is have more plants on my aquarium channel. Because look at this one. Look at this plant right here. I don't even know what it is. It looks like an asparagus fern, but if I was to somehow incorporate this tree looking thing into an aquascape, think about it, like just an aquarium or a terrarium with this type of plant on it, like that would look so cool, right? Just have like a whole row of these plants going down. It looks like a mini forest. And then also, I don't know what this is, but hen and chicks. Man, I love chicks. Okay, I found some topsoil, and there's already got like holes in them. Looking around, it looks like there's a lot more dirt in this one. And like they still have some wood chips, but it's much better than the other one that I was looking for. So why don't we get some topsoil. And also, look, it's peat moss. If you guys ever want to breed tetras, look at my videos. This is the brand that I was using to breed all sorts of tetras. I love this brand. Beautiful peat moss. Makes your water super acidic and soft. Pretty nice. Oh my God, prices have gone up. It's now $19 for the same thing. Inflation is wild, guys. Okay, Home Depot closed the door on me, so I think I'm gonna have to go inside and check out inside. Whoops. Let's start scanning. full filter sand. Oh. Man, that was really heavy. And guys, I have catappa leaves at the back of my car here in my trunk right now. So that's when you know you're kind of weird and kind of addicted to aquariums, when you just have a bunch of aquarium stuff in your car. I'm gonna put that back and we're gonna have to take that indoors because it's not supposed to be at the back of my car. I don't know how it got there. Why, hello there. How was the ride back in my trunk? I'm just kidding, guys. Oh my God, my neighbors are gonna be like, did he kidnap someone in the car? This is heavy. Oh God. Oh. All right, let's go and set the stuff up, okay? All right, everyone, so I opened up the bag of sand. I wanted to save you the torture of having to watch me wash sand. So I've got half a bucket of this Quick Creek sand. It's very, very fine particles, and as you can see, it's already been washed, so it's very, very little dust and dirt. It's basically just pure sand at this point. So let's get into the actual tank. All right, so we've got the bag of topsoil. I'm going to, it's a very, very not sharp knife, unsharp, but it's whatever. This 10-gallon tank is going to be one of like 2 that I want to make. So here's the first one, and all I'm going to do is just go ahead and fill this thing up. Maybe I should have sifted some just a little bit, but ain't nobody got time for that. Don't have a sieve, so I'll just go ahead and put them all in there. Now, this dirt feels so good. It reminds me of like when I was a little kid, just playing with all the dirt. And to be honest, I'm having so much fun. It's actually raining really badly, like right before. You can probably hear the thunder in the video. So I gotta make sure I do this in a speedy manner so that there's plenty of time left over and we don't get rained on. I'm gonna aim for maybe an inch or so of the soil, and I'll go ahead and kind of break everything up. There is some mulch in here, which is still not very good, but all right, one last little bit of soil and we're good. If you look down here, say hello to the camera over there, but look down, I'm just at about an inch and a half, inch and a half, and that's perfect. So we're gonna keep this. I'm gonna start putting on the sand. Here's a big rock. Later. Lift and lift. Whew. This is like playing in the sandbox when you were a little kid. Y'all ever do that? I loved making those little sand tunnels. I still do. That's why I'm playing with sand. Like, sometimes I have to ask myself, Ryan, are you sure you are 25 years old? Because some of the activities you choose to do in your free time, yeah, like playing with dirt and playing with mud and sand, definitely like an elementary school level activity. All right, so we're just gonna dump a bunch of that sand in there. I wanna make sure I get a nice cover. Look, I have aquascaping supplies too, but I totally forgot about it until now. All right, and I honestly think that, oh yeah, it's a very, very thick sand cap. Okay, on this side too, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty thick. I think we're good to go, honestly. After a while, that sand cap is gonna settle in. Get some water in. That's all I'm gonna do. Oh God, I can't have it. All right, turn that off. Please stop going off. Oh no, my blueberries. Sorry. Okay, so it looks like. Look at this, it's raining so badly, I got back just in time. All right. Let's get into the fun species profile part. Now, my fish room is an absolute nightmare for recording audio, so future Ryan's going to step in with the voiceover, help us out. So the first plant that we're looking at is Rotala Wallichii. I absolutely love this plant. It's like bulletproof. You can grow it in high tech, low tech, and it's going to look great. It's got that thin needle-like leaf structure, and in a low tech tank, you're looking at maybe a light green with some pink highlights. Absolute 10 out of 10 background plant in my opinion. Now, this is my bread and butter, the Rotala rotundifolia. It's gonna look like a nice, solid light green in low tech conditions, so it's gonna lose that pink color, but it grows super fast and it's gonna be my primary background plant, the gap filler, and nice overall. With a little bit of color pop, I chose the Ludwigia repens super red. Now I expect it to be more of a bronze to a green color here, not gonna have super red coloration without CO2 and highlight, but overall you see that all these plants are super easy to grow, and I chose a lot of different variety in terms of leaf size as well as color, just to have a nice background variation. In the mid-ground, we have Amazon Sword. This is a dwarf variety, but in a low-tech tank, you can really substitute like the actual color or the actual Amazon Sword regular size, and it's not really going to make much of a difference. I just wanted a little more texture in the mid-ground. Next, we have Cryptocoryne wentii bronze. This is another mid-ground plant, and honestly, my number one tip for this plant is when you are getting it and planting it, don't mess with the roots too much. It's absolutely bulletproof if you don't mess with the roots. You can see here, this is a Cryptocoryne wentii green. It's been there for like a year. It looks great. It doesn't really do much in a low-tech tank. It doesn't really grow that fast either. But overall, the one tip, like I said before, just don't mess with the roots too much. It might melt a little bit regardless in the beginning, but I promise you those plants are going to survive really well, and you're going to get lots of those nice ruffled bronze leaves in no time. So the next plant that we're going to do is Hydrocaudal tripartita. So in my opinion, this plant is one of those plants that like you try, it's a reach thing, right? It's like, you know, if it dies, it's fine. I don't really expect it to like do much for me anyways in a low tech tank. But honestly, like that's kind of exactly what my mom said when I went to college. So high hopes, I guess, and I turned out fine. With the high-tech tank, Hydrocaudal tripartita is amazing. It's like a nice bushy, viney plant. Next, we have Sagittaria subulata. This is a plant that I've never actually used before, but people tell me it's super easy and it can actually carpet. So we're gonna use this as a front foreground plant. Now, I've never used it before, so we'll also have to see, just like the Hydrocaudal. With the Eleocharis acicularis, this is dwarf hairgrass, guys, and again, just like the Cryptocorynes, we want to make sure that when we are transplanting this, especially since this one is in its immersed form and it has to expend a lot of energy to convert to the submerged form, that we don't mess with the roots too much. So as you can see, I left a lot of that rock wool back on that root system just so I don't have to mess with the root system at all. So let's get all of these planted in. And honestly, I just can't wait to see how this tank turns out.